Child, y'all rushed me to get this review out, and I see why. It was decent, I guess. Married to girl, these damn medicine wives. Shout out to Dineva, who let me know about Zuri Craig's death. I ain't know nothing about Zuri Craig dying, but I appreciate Dineva for giving us that backstory about the whole medicine wives. Y'all know like how I coined the phrase the salt wives. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to the both of them for that one, girl. A shout out and a heavenly shout out. But it was pretty decent. So Married to Medicine season 9 episode 17 reunion part 2. So Anila says she don't feel like Toya had anything to do with the house being robbed. But my thing is it took you way too long to answer the question. You look like you were stumbling and fumbling. But like I want to believe Anila, but I don't. I feel like Anila, by way of Quad, the fraud, is by way of Carrie mannequin face. Is whatever. Y'all know I don't see it for Anila anyway. You know, I really don't. I don't see it for Anila at all. So maybe I'm just because I don't really fool with her. I'm just wanting something to be something that's not there. Y'all, if I got it completely wrong, let me know. But for me, I just feel like she saying no was the best thing for her to say at the time. That's really what I think. Because my thing is, if you really didn't believe that, it would be a simple no. Hell no. I never said that. I never once implied that. I didn't think that then, and I don't think that now. Whatever. So the women and the men working as doctors, I told y'all during this whole season, that was my most favorite part. Was seeing all of the doctors doing what they do in their field, and all of them being black doctors and owning their own practices, and all of their practices are doing great. Is a huge thing. It may not mean much to most, but being black in America and having something that's your own is something to take proud of. And being able to look around and be like, this is a black owned medical facility ran by the best black doctors around here in Atlanta. And they got look at Dr. Jackie. Got the whole bitch, Dr. Jackie is Audra's OBGYN, and let me tell it. you see my point. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like it's just a lot of black excellence up there, and you just hate to see them fussing and bickering and arguing with each other. But I appreciate seeing them working. I do. I like that a lot. It's a lot more than what a lot of these households are showing. Anywho, Audra couldn't make it because of her pregnancy. Shout out to Audra. So Quad denies having work done, but Dr. Contessa called it out all around about her eyebrows. Listen, I don't know. All right. I don't know what the hell Quad had done, didn't have done, would have done, could have done, should have had done. I don't know Quad shoulda, woulda, coulda. So I'm not the best person to argue that with. I personally just don't give a damn. But you know, hey, it is what it is. Y'all drop down in the comments. Get the discussion popping. Do y'all believe Quad when Quad says she ain't had work done, or is this something else that she lying about? Y'all let me know. Roe versus Wade being overturned. It was really sad, and I ain't bringing that back up. Moving on. Toya's move, marital situations, and the damn cheating rumor, child. So Toya brings making money. But she brings up that she was making money by selling the house that she's in now. You know, the house that she had built, sunk all her money into building, and the same house that they imprinted their names in concrete, that house. That they was making more money by selling it because a lot of people are buying houses and selling them on that neighborhood apparently. And that's why they're doing that. And Dr. Heavily says that she don't find no issues or no problems with that if she's trying to pay off debts. And then not Quad, Toya trying to say that there is no debt. And Dr. Heavily brings up Audra messy ass showing the paperwork of their actually being debt and they're actually in the red. I'm gonna tell you something, Toya. Even though I'm on your side when it comes to that, Audra, because like I said, girl, you ain't getting no breaking news. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like what Dr. Heavily said is just so far fetched because it's not. Toya, you just had a house built from the fucking ground up. Eugene made it no better sitting up here later on in the episode talking about how he moved out of one place just because he didn't like it. And then how y'all moved out of another place because he had tax problems. And then y'all moved for this reason. And then y'all moved for that reason. And then y'all moved for that reason. And then y'all moved for that reason. Like, two truths can reside under the same roof. And I do believe that Dr. Heavily was on to something. If y'all needed more money to pay off more debts and by selling y'all brand new house that y'all paid money for the land for, plus money to have the whole built. And I could tell by how dry and bland and original and regular that the front of the house looks, that y'all ran out of damn money to really make it look like something on the outside. Like, girl, versus a damn versus looking like you pulling up to the damn presidential house round there to one of these college campuses. Like, okay, Toya, fine. All right, first of all, shout out to Toya for liking the bitch's post on Instagram about the review that I did last week. Okay, shout out to Toya. Toya, I saw you on your blue chat mark and under my likes, girl. No shade, Toya, because I don't know you personally. The only thing I could go off of is what I done seen. And I'm sorry, this is just the imagery that y'all are portraying. I mean, I hear you, but the imagery that y'all are portraying is completely contrary and contradictory to what the fuck it is you got. Like the whole point of you bringing up receipts. Like I feel like if you're doing, if what you're saying is facts, fuck these other hoes and fuck these other bitches and what the hell they think. You don't owe nobody on that stage no explanation about your financial status, earnings, wages, whether you move, don't move, whatever, ho, at least you ain't downsizing to a damn at least you ain't downsizing to a middle school locker like Shawshank and Coach ass had to do around there to the damn salt wives. And what Dick 'em down and Devil Dick had to do around there to Potomac. You know what I'm saying? Girl, please, fuck them damn pigeons. I wouldn't sit around here trying to prove myself to none of them hoes. I know you lying. And the fact that you feel the need to prove yourself, I'm just saying, Toya. Giving advice as a friend. Anyway, a fan feels like Toya isn't making smart investments and she's just chasing money. Totally agree, fan. Toya talks about feeling lonely at one point in her marriage and seeing her friends not being there for her is what hurt her worse. I can understand Toya's frustrations and feelings when it comes to that. I can. I mean, you do feel like, yeah, we fuss and fight and argue with each other, but when one of us is really going through, you do be expected for your homegirls to kind of be there for you and lift you up when you need it. And then Dr. Jackie came back and challenged her and said that when they did try to give her advice, she didn't want to listen to it. She didn't want to hear what they had to say. And then Toya made it a thing about, well, she didn't call her, or she didn't know what was going on, and all of the rest of this stuff. Toya, I really hope you also was just calling Dr. Jackie just to say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing mighty fine. Last time I seen you, it's been a long time. You understand? I really hope you did. See, Toya, if you was giving her that and she wasn't giving you that back, then I'll be on your side. But that's an extra added piece to the story that I want to know. Was you being the kind of girlfriend to Dr. Jackie that you felt as though she should have been to you and that you felt as though all of these other women should have been to you? I hear what you're saying, but let's be clear. You didn't even have no fucking sympathy for Heavenly when you found out that her mama died. So I mean, I'm just saying, Toya, like, I hear you, but anywho, moving on. Um, Quad says the only proof that she had of Toya's cheating was through Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Heavenly telling her that she heard through Dr. Simone that Toya was cheating. They just had the wrong man. And then Dr. Simone denied it and said that, she never would have told Dr. Heavenly anything about what's going on with Toya when she knows what a mess she is on social media. I agree with Dr. Simone. I agree with Dr. Simone. Excuse me. I believe that Dr. Heavily plays on Quad's intelligence a lot. And I believe she plays on the pure disdain and hatred that she has for Toya for whatever reason. Because for you to say you only perpetuated that rumor that you heard from another messy bitch, that hasn't been on the show since season 1 and producers do not like. And you perpetuated that because you wanted to hurt Toya for the rumor of her going around sleeping with married men. And then Toya turned around and says, well, she never brought up no damn rumor about you, and she hasn't said anything about you or your rumors until this season. You and Dr. Heavily are real cool. Right? I mean, because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I want to bring it up. If we're going to go off of that Quad, if we are gonna go off of that, you still a fucked up person to your core. You're a rotten ass individual, and that's probably why Dr. G ain't want your old tired fuck ass. I wouldn't want you either, because you tired. Because Dr. Heavily is your real good Judy. That's your main map of Scrabble, girl. That's your main. And she told folk on her YouTube channel that's damn near close to 200,000 subscribers at this point about you also sleeping with a married man who's a damn contractor. Like, if you did that to Dr. Heavily for that reason, I will understand it because y'all are friends. I would feel like you would be more hurt at your homegirl versus a bitch that you're adversaries with. I just don't see why Toya saying something this season about that will hurt you so much to your core that you're going to perpetuate another rumor that could literally fuck up her whole family, you and Anila for that matter, and Dr. Heavily for that matter. Like, I mean, make it make sense, Quad, if we're going off of that. If we're standing off of what you're saying alone, that still doesn't absolve you from anything. Because why did you not give your homegirl that same thing? You gonna look at your homegirl and say, "Oh well, girl, if you do it again, I'm gonna have to forego the friendship." But when it comes to Toya, you're gonna go and perpetuate pulling in Anila shit. How Anila tried to sit over there and tried to escape her fuck shit when it came down to Zaina, talking about something she ain't know that Zaina was gonna do this, that, and the third, and she and Quad set her up. Now, don't get me wrong, Quad and Dr. Heavily set Anila up. She did, but Anila's not stupid. And Anila is not new to this. Anila know what the hell went on around there. So she, and I done skipped and everything, but Anila, the best thing for you to do is to just shut the hell up. All right, that's the best thing for you to do is just shut up. You was making it so much worse for yourself trying to explain away your foolishness and your fugaziness with Toya instead of doing what Dr. Contessa was telling you to do, which is just say, I'm sorry. My bad, girl. It shouldn't have went that far. It shouldn't have went that far. No matter what was said, you ain't tried to play with my marriage by running around with some damn rumor about me cheating on my husband. So, girl, my bad. Whether we was cool or not, I'm married just like you are, and I shouldn't have did that to you. Like, whatever. Um, Quad tries to get through to Dr. Heavily about her social media and her YouTube channel and things that she said because they went down to Dr. Contessa and Heavily. Listen, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Contessa, everybody not lying on you, friend. Again, I ain't seen they married episode of this since season 1. This is my first time back. But I don't have to go back and watch the other episodes to believe Dr. Heavily, especially when basically Dr. Jackie, in my opinion, confirmed everything that Dr. Heavily said. I believe every word of what Dr. Heavily said about you calling her, going in and letting have on Dr. Scott around the time where y'all was going through y'all stuff. And she told you then, if you're just going to continue to dog him and bash him out to me in America, but then continue to take him back, it does make you look stupid and you just need to stop doing it. And you got mad at her for when she said that. I believe every word of that. And now because you and him are back in good terms, now you want her to stop. And let me tell you something. I agree with that. But see, this is why you don't need to bring in everybody into your marital issues, your family issues, or your friendship issues, or whatever you have. Because if you so much decide to forgive this person and move on, you're going to have folk that's still going to be mad at him, which is what you got going on right here with Dr. Heavily. Listen, I believe Dr. Heavily, as tired and delayed and through as she is and looked, she looked horrible. She looked horrible. She looked like the oldest one up there on that stage. In that damn fairy godmama from Cinderella dress, girl. Fiddly faddly faddle. Oh, that is fiddly faddly foodle. Like, you know, at least Whitney, the late great Whitney, the Houston, Nippy, what we call around here around the streets, you know, folk that know it call it Nippy. You know, we know it. We call it Nippy around here. You know what I'm saying? At least she gave the dress some damn justice. You came up in... You came up in there looking like her less attractive, short, stubby, and stout little sister who walked like she got gout. Like, girl. Anyway, getting back to Dr. Contessa, because that's who I was running down on. I'm sorry, Dr. Contessa. I hear what you're saying, but see, this is why you need to stop telling people all your fucking business. And let your business just be your business. Why couldn't you have this talk with people in your family? I would have much rather you did that versus somebody like Dr. Heather, who, because you brought this up on TV, she doesn't feel no ways to how you feel and really don't care. She shows y'all to her face every season who the fuck she is, and y'all still want to walk around here and consider her a friend. I'm with Toya. I would never befriend a bitch like Heavily, ever. I would never befriend nobody like Heavily at all. She couldn't even get my business. Listen, she could be the last dentist on earth. I'll be yuck mouth. I'll be yuck mouth. I wouldn't even want her doing nothing to me because no. No. But whatever, y'all do what y'all want. So the men come out on stage. Dr. Eugene still working part-time as an ER physician. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You ain't home like that no more than what you already was. You probably home maybe one more day than what you usually are, but fine, Dr. Eugene. Okay. Curtis sold his blue car, that blue classic of his. Dr. Karen talks about the joke, and Anila and Toya get into it backstage because Anila says Dr. Karen apologized for that. Then Toya says no, he didn't. He kept saying it was just a joke. It was just a joke. Listen, we'll get to it. Dr. Eugene brings up all of his family moves and still doesn't find the joke funny. Dr. Eugene, why? You came up here with this shit as y'all storyline, picking up and moving from lily pad to lily pad. Out Buckhead Pond. Time after time after time after time again. And now because somebody made a joke about it, now your feelings is hurt. Well, don't let that continue to be your storyline, Dr. Eugene. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I really don't. The man said it was a joke. It wasn't anything that he personally meant by it. And instead of you just saying, well, all right, bro, I hear you, but just know it won't funny me. Like, you still want to make a thing about it. Listen, Eugene, I really don't give a shit because this has been your storyline. You made it easy for people. Everybody that reviews this show, I'm more than sure, that made a joke or two or three or four a season after season after season about you and yours constantly moving. Don't get me wrong. Was the U-Haul a bit much? Yeah. See, if you was mad about the U-Haul, that I understand. Because, all right, come on now. Had y'all just showed up and y'all movers, and y'all just showed up, hey, we here to help Toya and Eugene move. I don't know. Maybe it would have cushioned the blow a little bit, or maybe he still would have felt the way about it. But I don't know how you can when you made it your storyline. Just like I don't understand how Dr. Contessa can be this pissed at Dr. Heavenly now when she made this her storyline. But I get Dr. Eugene just like I get Dr. Contessa. If a person is your friend and they telling you that what you did or what you're doing is making them feel away, if a person is really your friend, you would just rectify that situation and not make excuses for it. So I understand where Dr. Contessa and Dr. Eugene are coming from, but still. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Y'all drop down and let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode, girl. Another one bites the dust. Now I got to get up here and do this damn tea talk for Kiki and Letitia and Marceau calling Kiki a damn liar about her story and all this stuff, thanks to melodrama being messy and bringing her up here for this foolishness. Yeah, I said it, get mad with me. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Bye.